Joining us from his home in Florida, we have a St. Catharines native who is involved in golf tournaments, organizing big-time golf tournaments in the LPGA and the recent American Century Championship, which brings together celebrities from across North America to play golf. Mike Millthorpe joins us. Welcome, Mike. Thanks for doing this interview.
Oh, well, thank you for the invite.
Now, the American Century Tournament was just played a week ago. You had some big-name golfers in that tournament. Can you tell us how much time it takes you to organize a tournament like that?
We work on that event for about 9 months out of the year. The lead time is recruiting celebrities to play in the event. NBC Sports owns the event, and I contract with them to run it. My responsibilities would be as working with the host city, which is Lake Tahoe, the host casino, Jerez, Edgewood Tahoe is the golf course. You're selling local sponsorships, and then obviously the volunteers. This event's been around since 1990, and I've had the pleasure of running it from the beginning.
What is it like trying to organize celebrities in the time of COVID-19? Did you have a lot saying that they weren't interested because of the pandemic?
Actually, I would tell it would be the opposite. They all wanted out of the house. They all wanted something to do. We had 71 participants, anywhere from Steph Curry to Charles Barkley to Aaron Rodgers. The difference is we didn't have any gallery. We didn't have any spectators. That was different. And we did have our boaters on the 17th hole, 18th hole, which they came out to watch, but it was a little different when you didn't have gallery. But I would say 71 players had a good time.
How does a guy who graduated from Grantham High School in St. Catharines get to the point where he's rubbing shoulders with Steph Curry and Jack Wagner and all of these celebrities that are out there golfing? How do you get to that point?
When I left Grantham, went to Southern Mississippi on a golf scholarship. It was sort of a partial scholarship. You got X amount of dollars. If you made the team, you got additional funding. So it gave me an opportunity to play golf, and also through that made contacts in the golf business to where when I graduated, opportunities in the United States for golf were available. At the time, really in Canada in the 70s and 80s, you really only had you had the Canadian Open, and then you had the Du Maurier, which is now, I guess, the CP. So there wasn't a lot of opportunities in that business. Where in the States, there was a lot more, and Southern Mississippi, which is in Hattiesburg, there was an event opposite the Masters. It was called the Magnolia Classic, and it was for players who weren't eligible to play at the Masters played in this event. And this is where I got my start in the golf business. Is a buddy of mine in the fraternity. We both worked the event. You got your foot in the door, and from there, when I graduated, I started working for the LPGA Tour and was a rules official for 7 years. And then from there, I got into running tournaments starting in 1990.
With the American Century over now, what do you work on at this point in time?
We start working on the LPGA event that I have in January in Orlando at the Four Seasons golf course. That's a LPGA Tournament of Champions. This event's sponsored by Diamond Resorts. So you have past winners on the LPGA for calendar years 2019 and 2020. And then we also invite 50 to 54 celebrities. They play together, but they play in two different tournaments. The LPGA is playing for $1.3 million, and the celebrities are playing for $500,000.
Mike Millthorpe calling us from Florida. Thanks very much for your time.
You bet. Thank you.